And good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
At least I got somebody to laugh with that one.
I'm used to it.
Say hi.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Connor Leone, and yeah, he's got things to think about, and it's not going to be for long.
And Bry.
Howdy, I'm Bry, and I'm playing Bernadette Brandt, who may, in fact, cause some massive havoc with another lady.
And Travis.
I'm going to be playing Theodore Oswald, and I'm going to be making a mess with the ladies.
I am regretting waking up.
And Terry.
We saved me for last. Hi, I'm Terry. I play as James, who is behind a car in a place that he realizes that he doesn't want to be at now.
We've split the party about as far as it can possibly be split right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, who wants to go first this week?
I say we give the young man his date.
No. See, I've already made a statement, and I'm going to wrap other people into my shenanigans as I normally do. So, like, I need to find a way that Terry isn't in danger or anything anymore. He's back with us. So, I have to go after Terry.
You are currently
Good luck with finding me.
Yeah. But, like, we don't need to highlight me right now.
Okay.
We don't need to highlight me right now.
Should we go to James?
I'm not against it.
Let's deal with James in the cargo hold.
James, what do you remember about what was going on?
I remember last time. I heard people go to the door. I hid behind a tire, behind a car, behind a tire, so they wouldn't see me. Even if they like looked down a little bit, they wouldn't see me. Before that, I kicked open a funeral crate that had. Trying to remember his name.
I believe it was Lomai. It was Wong Ma. Wong Ma was dead. Lomai was his replacement.
Yep. Yeah, his body was in the inside the crate with the funeral stuff wrapped up. Kicked it open, realized, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Too late now. Heard them come in. Decided to listen to them by using the insane knowledge. Or not knowledge, insane language, so I can understand what they're saying. They were talking about their contract and eating something from the barrels.
Yeah.
Because I never looked. And before or as they were leaving, one of them that the crate was open.
Yeah, I noticed there was some damage to the crate. So they are starting to look around the room. I don't have a room that exactly represents the way it's described, but we're going to assume you're behind some cars in here. And there are 3 of these guys starting to, like, they're examining the crate and they're looking around for who did this. You can hear them discussing, was it like this last time we were in here? And I said, no, I checked on it.
Uh, I'm gonna try to go and hide under the vehicle now.
Okay. Give me your. I mean, you're trying to move around without making any noise. So give me your stealth roll.
Oh!
So, whatever was in that barrel that they were eating seems to have overwhelmed their senses for the moment. You see them sniffing around in the air and eventually giving up on that idea. And they start walking around between the barrels and the crates. And eventually they start making their way around the cars, but none of them are getting down on the ground and looking for you that way. Some of them
It's a good idea
see
to
them
hide under.
trying to peek inside the cars and they don't see anybody inside. Let's leave you here for a moment. I mean, we've resolved your immediate danger.
Yep.
Birdie. You trying to
Yes.
cause some trouble, huh?
Yes, Miss Virginia and I were running off to see if we could do some investigating and find any information about her husband. Well,
Yeah, what was
future
your
husband.
What was your idea?
My thought on the matter was to, let's see, reviewing what we learned last time. The lady who's been keeping her company claims to have seen him after he disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
My brain's still waking up a bit.
It's okay. She claims that she saw him the morning of his disappearance, and that he didn't seem to recognize her, and she didn't know he was missing at that point, so she didn't try to get any closer. And she's seen him kind of across the deck, like across a group of people, a couple of times since then. She's never had an opportunity to actually speak with him.
I think the first thing I'm going to want to do the temptation to find Handler and harass him more is very there, but I'm not going to.
That poor man. Seaman handler.
So what I think I'm going to do... They left Phyllis with Theodore.
Do you want me to come back to you?
I think so. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
If you don't got
That's
anything,
fine.
if you don't have anything, Joey, I'll go.
You're
You are
muted, hon.
Joey.
Joey, you are muted. You are quiet.
Connor doesn't really have anything going on right now. He just got basically outed as a creep. Keeping tabs on a friend.
That's
So
right.
he's kind of
He's at a bar.
until he's needed or he hears a scream. He's not.
Okay. So you're just gonna kind of hang out at the bar and drink a bit?
Yep.
Give me 1 second, and I will tell you what I'm up to.
Okay. Well, right now, what you're up to is learning the piano.
I gotta change my battery. 1 second. I'm back. I'm
Okay.
back. So yeah, Theodore will try to soak in the knowledge of how to play a piano, but does not understand any of it.
Oh man, you're younger than I remembered.
Yeah, no, he's young. He's a young
Question:
adult.
Did we update our ages after Peru?
Well, Theodore wasn't even in Peru.
Yes.
True. Very true.
I hope that you updated your ages, and also I've been letting you know when your birthdays happen, so I'm not sure if you're updating your ages then or not.
I have.
Okay.
I don't think
No,
I
I
had a
should be
Your
birthday yet.
birthday was 9 days ago.
Damn, we
Yeah, we
missed it.
celebrated.
Damn,
Yeah, we
we did.
celebrated.
Yep. We did in fact celebrate it. This is why she was really hoping for just a very quiet cruise.
Yeah, Connor celebrated it. Remember, he got a cupcake for her.
Yeah, and I know I didn't update my age for that, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. There we go.
Okay.
I'm slightly older than her. How old is she now?
25 according to the sheet.
Okay, so I have been keeping track of it. Connor's 2 years older than her.
Okay.
I'm going to mentally adjust Sissy McPatrick down from 21 to, let's say, 18 to match with Theodore's age of 17.
Okay. That's completely fair.
I don't know why. I always assumed that Theodore was at least like either 19 or 20.
He talks a big game.
Yeah, I think he does. He goes to great lengths to make himself seem more mature and responsible than he is.
Yeah, no, it's all a facade.
So I know that you have flirted with women before.
Yes.
I'm not sure how used you are to like.
I cannot
actually
hear
have
you.
women touching your hands and like adjusting your fingers on the keys.
Theodore's gonna eat all of it up.
Okay.
All the attention. He is an attention seeker. That's why he seems mature and talkative. So this this lady, I can't remember her name. She's like one of the like high ritzy people on ship, right?
Correct.
Who knows people.
Exactly. She's not exactly rich herself, but she works for rich people.
She's well connected, right?
Exactly.
Here's a lot of whispering on the ship. I will at some point after settling in, everyone's comfortable. We played a few tunes. I haven't got quite the hang of it, but I'm promising that I'll do better on the next time. That I'm gonna try to fish out some like gossip around the occult, what happened from a few nights ago. Of course, not in that like very direct way, but I'm trying to get some of that juicy gossip. Sip that tea.
Okay. For free, you can get the same information that Birdie has gotten. That Phyllis will tell you. You know, I know they're saying that the young man committed suicide, but I know he's alive. I've seen him a couple times.
Where have you seen him? What time?
I saw him that very morning after they claimed he disappeared, and I didn't know that he had supposedly disappeared at that time. So I didn't go ask him any questions.
Of course, it's only natural.
Across the deck, but I've never managed to get close to him since then. I don't know what he's up to. I don't know what somebody else might be up to. Why they might be playing along with this idea that he's disappeared, but I can tell you, poor Virginia does not need this.
No, not at all. They're newlyweds, aren't they?
They're engaged.
Gotcha. Was there ever mention of like a date when they were going to get married? Was it soonish or?
Uh, let's assume that they're going to get married after this trip around the world.
Okay. It helps set some perspective.
Yeah.
Especially after they were gonna get married when they got back. It just seems all weird and sudden.
Yes, I don't know the young man that very well, but he didn't seem the sort that would play such a cruel joke on her.
Not at all. Maybe
Yes.
something's happened to him. Do you know anyone who would hold a grudge or just
She gives
doesn't like
you-
his ill?
She gives you a knowing look.
Mhm.
She says, he did like to partake in the demon rum.
The demon realm. Demon rum. Okay.
Yes.
That
You
is.
got excited for a second.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Occult stuff. I would eat that up even more.
I assume
This
Theodore got
lady.
really excited, and then he realized, oh, she's a teetotaler.
Isn't it illegal in the States? How does he even get it?
Yes, but not on this ship, apparently. As I understand it, the registration is in Britain.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't follow the laws of the United States of America, even though we all know they should.
I mean, their company is in America, isn't it? Like, of course. Tell me, have you heard? Has anyone else heard or seen anything weird? You said that you've seen him. I'm sure not that. I have had my cabin mate tell me that he's heard a grand piano, but there's no space for a grand piano here. It just feels like there's something off. Have you heard anything interesting?
Anything of the sort, Bert. Is your friend musically inclined? Because they do have horns on board the ship. Perhaps he just doesn't have a musical ear and he mistook it.
Maybe. This voyage seems so ill-omened. It's just a little shaky with everything that's happening. I was wondering if anyone else heard anything. So, my main objective is to just fish out any rumors or anything. I assume that she's heard some things. That's what I'm trying to get out of her. Not trying to make it look obvious, of course. Would I need to make a roll or anything, or does she not have that kind of information?
Yeah, let's see. That's a fast talk roll, I think.
Okay. Theodore. Fast talk, 66. Ugh. Oh, yeah. 37. I thought I got a...
Nice.
So she'll tell you, I don't know. I haven't really spoken. You know me, I don't like passing stories outside of school. But if this is something that you're... I've seen you talking with Miss Ridley, with Virginia a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Are you investigating this for her?
I am... a little bit. I would like to find the fellow alive, of course.
Then I'll keep my ear to the ground. And
You are
if I
so
hear
sweet.
anything else, I will make sure to let you know. And you, if you hear anything else, make sure to let me know too. Very important that we keep information flowing, which is purely in the interest of finding poor Chad. And Sissy is sitting next to you this whole time, looking more and more bored.
I'm trying to do some work here, and now I gotta make up for it. Is dance a skill?
Yeah.
Art.
Ah, damn, I don't have that. Can I default to like dexterity?
I would let you dance using dexterity, but it would need to be a hard success. Because that is something you need to specifically learn to do.
Yeah.
You want to attempt it still?
Yeah, no, I don't know how to dance. Tell me, what's your name? Sissy, do you know anything about the ballroom? It would be nice to try out a few steps if you wouldn't mind.
Alright, so I don't know how to dance when she's already bored is not the most appealing invitation.
You're right,
Let's
you're
have
right.
a charm roll, but I'm going to call this one hard as well.
That's fine. Wait, what?
What the hell?
Wait, did it only spend 4? Yeah.
Did you do that?
I was gonna spend... I wanted to spend luck.
On what? On your fast talk that you
On
succeeded
what?
on?
Yeah, it was a regular success, right? Not a hard success? Ah, screw it, we're gonna go with extreme.
That was your fast talk. That wasn't that. I'm going to give you your luck back.
What? Why did you spend 4 luck on fast talk?
Why did you switch to charm?
Well, he charmed her into dancing, and apparently it works.
Apparently it works.
Yeah. So you...
So bored that wanted to just do anything else.
Literally anything else.
So Phyllis is going to be a little bit scandalized by the idea that the two of you are going to be dancing here alone when, you know, this isn't really meant for dancing. But it's going to make a really good story for her to tell people later. She's going to start playing the piano for you. And we will leave off on the two of you. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Doing a bit of ballroom dancing.
went as best as I hoped, honestly. There was a little more I wanted to do, but I'll get Terry roped into this somehow.
He is in the cargo hold.
Opposite side of the ship.
I'll get you involved, don't you worry.
All right, Birdie.
Yeah. So I think as I'm leading Virginia along by her arm, not entirely sure where I'm going. Kind of just...
Let me put it this way. If you want to just, like, if you don't have a strong idea of what to investigate, we can just assume that you spend time with her. And you're ostensibly searching and you'll keep your eyes open, but because you're not searching for something specifically, just trying to spot chat in the crowd, you can just spend time with her and try to keep her happy, keep her spirits up.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going for, really?
Kind of going for that. As well as seeing how open she is to the idea of something supernatural having happened.
Okay.
Seeing if she has any experience with the occult whatsoever.
How open do you want to be about that? Do you want to just straight up ask her, do you believe in ghosts? Or do you
I
want
don't
to
think
be...
I want to be that open about it. I kind of want to joke about having been to a seance before.
Okay.
As like, and phrase it as though it could be either something that I take seriously or just some fun thing that happened.
I think trying to suss her out that way, I would call that a psychology roll.
Damn. Okay. It's not gonna go well. It is not gonna go well, y'all.
I believe you have luck, don't you?
Not that much.
Do it.
That much I do have. Yeah, I will push my luck on that one. 12 luck for a hard success. Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, it's 12 luck for a regular success.
Regular success, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it is going to come out very quickly that yes, she's been to seances herself, and yes, she thinks they're very entertaining, especially if the medium is a good performer.
Okay. So,
It's
I
a fun,
know that
spooky
she's
time
definitely.
for all.
Yeah, so I know not to bring up the fact that her fiance may have turned into roaches.
That would be a hard sell in any case.
It would be. But I'm not going to bring up our adventures thus far. And we'll have my flask of moonshine ready for when we inevitably come across something difficult to otherwise explain. But yeah, I'm going to be spending time with her away from Phyllis and actually trying to entertain her and help her investigate, find any leads, find out more about Chad to see where he may have run off to, kind of thing.
Okay. That is entirely fair. You will get out of her then that she now feels as though that last day before they went to dinner, or before she went to dinner and he went to his room to recover, there was just something off. Like maybe he was unhappy. Maybe it was just the way he was walking, the way he was wearing his clothes. Maybe it's just women's intuition. But something was off with him that day, and now she's blaming herself that she didn't investigate it at the time. She didn't ask him about it.
You wouldn't happen to have he wouldn't have mentioned any, or you wouldn't have picked up on any financial troubles he'd been having, would you?
I honestly can't imagine how he could have any financial troubles. With his father, he could spend profitably for his entire life and never earn a cent of his own. He would be fine.
There are a good number of folks who would take advantage of that, though.
I have to admit, I've been worried about that myself.
From anything in particular, or just in general?
Oh no, just in general. There's I can't imagine why he disappeared. Why he could be, I don't know if he's hiding from me. I don't know if he's been kidnapped and someone inexpertly forged a note in his hand.
I think there is somebody we need to go talk to. I do want to go find Handler now. He was claiming he got into the room to try and steal something.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't necessarily believe him.
Okay.
We're gonna go find Handler.
Back in the hole. Despite the fact that you know they're having no success finding you, it's still nerve-wracking. Like, they keep searching for a long time, as though they are very single-minded once they start in on the task. And eventually, you hear that door open again. And
Okay.
people, the Chocho searching this room, all kind of look over to the door, and from underneath the car, you can't see who walks in. You can see a man's feet. Like, you can see the bottom of his suit pants, and you can see his shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls out to them in their language and tells them that I think I have a better offer for you.
Ah, it's the person from earlier that they were mentioning about.
Yeah. So you hear him discussing with them, I've talked to this fellow already. I told him, I can provide you with much better food. I can assure your safety. I can make sure that Dr. Song never reports back to anyone else that you stopped obeying him and his ridiculous plans. And you can hear them considering the offer. I want to know if do you just stay hidden this whole time? Or are you going to act in any way?
I'm going to try and get a better look at the person who's talking without fully exposing myself.
Yeah. Okay. You got an extreme success on your stealth. I'm not going to make you roll that again. Why don't we have you roll a spot hidden so you get yourself into an advantageous position and you get a good look at this person. Okay.
Let's go!
So you pop up and you look through a car window and you duck back immediately before anybody can spot you. But in that moment, you absolutely recognize Chad Peterson, who you met on that first day.
Fuck. Okay. Does he, with how he's talking, does he seem different from when I first met him?
Completely. For one thing, he's speaking a language that no human tongue was meant to speak.
What about his posture? His body language, how is that?
Yeah, you got an extreme success on this as well. So there's something very strange about the way he's standing now. It's like he doesn't know how his joints work. And if you watch for any length of time, it's like he has the wrong joints sometimes, and then he remembers where they're supposed to be.
Can I roll?
In fact, I would like you to make a sanity check.
Damn.
All right.
I can make one for you. Do that.
Look at the bright side. I'm not having to roll sanity.
That's all right. It's a scholar that is rolling sanity.
There you go.
Yeah, the smart one, which
The
makes
smart
it
one.
worse.
Rolling sanity lost.
Is that what it...
There
Okay,
you go.
there. You should be able to just click the sanity check.
Okay, lost only 2.
Okay.
Now I was gonna ask, could I go and try and use Mythos to see if I can dig around in my brain on what this might be?
Give me just a second here. That's not what I wanted. Here's what I wanted.
I'm sorry, bud.
Obsession with owning furs? I don't know about that. Let's try one more again. Maybe a random mania table isn't the best thing to have. Okay. Here we go. Let's give you an abnormal desire to disobey social norms. That seems more like it can fit in with the things you've been going through. You have not recovered from, like, you've not fully recovered from your time as a god.
Mm-hmm.
So this does put you into a bout of madness again.
Yep.
Damn.
And so for the next few minutes, you're not paying a whole lot of attention as the discussion continues, until you realize that the voices are getting raised and they're getting angrier and angrier. And then when you look again, you see one of the Chochos leap to attack Chad. And he jerks backwards and starts screaming out the words of a spell. You have a moment to act if you want to, or you can just continue stay hiding.
Hold on. I don't think I have anything as like a weapon.
You could just make a run for it.
Yeah, I mean, there is going to be stuff in here that you could grab. Like if you look in a car, you can find a tire iron or something. You could potentially try starting a car. Like if you can think of something creative in here, you could do that, or you can just stay hiding, stay hidden, and not get involved.
You know what? Yeah. I'll run up to the car that is closest to where they are. Break the window open, hop into it, start it, and I'm going to just ram it right into Chad.
All right. Give me a drive auto check. They will notice you doing this, but they're kind of focused on each other, so you can still make your attempt. Okay.
What I expected from not knowing how to drive.
So you jump in, you turn it on, and you hit the gas as hard as you forward, and you bash your head against the steering wheel as you realize this is tied down to the deck.
Of course it is.
So you can push the roll if you want to.
Yeah, I'll push the roll.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'll push the roll.
How are you gonna do that?
Put it in reverse. Drive back. Put it back into drive and drive forward and try to see if I can rip myself out.
Give it a try.
I definitely don't see anything going wrong with.
Okay. You do exactly what you described. You get a little more distance as you're going back. The lines get a little bit more slack, so that when you drive forward again, there's a lot more force when your head hits the steering wheel and you black out for a moment. And when you come to, there's smoke in the cabin. Not in the cabin, like all throughout this cargo hold. And then you realize it's not smoke. It's like ropey, like snakes whipping through the air. And then you recognize one of those dragons you've seen before. And that is more like smoky tendrils again. And you can see it and the Chochos tearing into each other.
Does he have to make another sanity check?
Not while he's currently insane.
Oh, lucky! You're lucky!
The perks of going insane. I'm already insane. I don't need to roll again.
So it's going first. You can see it. So one of the Chochos tries to leap out of the way. Its jaws snap down over top of it, bite it in half, and it throws its head up to the sky, and you see it swallow his top half while his legs fall to the ground.
Ooh.
You're up, buddy.
How did we defeat this kind of creature last time? I'm trying to remember. Did we even defeat one?
No, we have not.
I think Victor might have put a shotgun against the base of one of their skulls and pulled the trigger. But apart from that, you definitely haven't defeated one of these, no.
Would I have
brave,
the knowledge?
You just throw yourself into combat now.
Yeah, but normally I have like some kind of weapon, or I have something that, you know, I think I can at least win with. In this case, I ain't winning. I nearly died last time I faced one of these.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to abandon ship?
I want to, I still want to use my mythos,
Okay.
but instead of about what happen to Chet, I kind of want to see if I can figure out a potential weakness to these creatures.
Okay.
Since we with them before, I'm hoping that I at least maybe learn something.
Yeah, you can roll and see what you might know about them.
Nah, that ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. You know that last time you faced them, they didn't seem to be like intelligent. They didn't see them casting any spells. So you are going to sit in the car, and you're going to watch as this battle is unfolding, and you're trying to figure out what you could possibly do against it.
Yep.
And you'll watch one of these guys. Leap on, try to get on his back. Yeah, he jumps for the thing's back, and you see him like bashing into the armor on the back of its, its neck, and having absolutely no effect.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is going to grab a tire iron. Not a tire iron. He's going to grab one of the barrels. He's going to lift it up above his head, and he's going to start trying to, bash the thing's leg with it. And it kicks him, and you see him fly across the room and bash against the wall. But, damn it. So there's some dangers to having a bookmark bar right next to your, right next to everything else you're doing. There he is, okay. Alright. This thing tries to hit it with a barrel. It kicks him, he flies across the room. He's not dead yet, but he is in pretty grave shape. And it's going to follow up and attack him again. While it's still struggling back to its feet, this big dragon is going to eat him. So it's your turn again, and the other targets are getting pretty thin on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out the door,
Okay.
and
I'll
I'll probably yell at them in their own language, saying, "If you want to live, it's probably a good idea to leave now."
Give me a dodge roll to get around its ropey tendrils.
Without a problem, I'm a champ.
All right. With a critical success, do you want to tackle the last remaining one out the door with you?
Yes, actually,
Okay.
I will tackle the last remaining one out the door with me.
So you hit the ground in the passageway outside, and it grabs your arms and looks at you gratefully, and then just ahead of the thing dashes out through the doorway at you, and you grab the thing, you grab the Chocho who's holding onto your arms, and you roll out of the way further down the hall. And you can see the dragon's head whipping around and snatching at the air and trying to get to you, but it's too big to get out through the doorway. And the Chocho whose life you saved is going to he's going to get himself to his feet, and he's going to bow to you, and he's going to tell you, "I am Shensin. I am your servant now and always."
I don't know what you're talking about right now, and I will speak to him in his own language still. And say, I don't know what you're talking about right now. I'm sorry about your friends, but we got to get out of here, and we got to figure out how to deal with that.
Yes, anything you say.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna start moving back to upper decks or find others.
Okay.
And
no,
I'll ask him what that was and why it took over Chad Peterson's body.
He'll tell you, "I don't know. He's some sort of master. He was trying to appeal to us and get us to obey Dr. Sung. I didn't want to. We refused, and he summoned that thing." Now recall, you are in a bout of madness, and you currently have an abnormal desire to disobey social norms. So,
Yep.
as you're dashing up towards the deck with the Chocho hot on your heels, what are you doing?
That's a good question.
All right, let's go up to the upper decks. Theodore is dancing with Sissy McPatrick.
That I am.
Birdie, do you ever feel a desire to go see Connor out, or is he probably just getting drunk, maybe with Victor?
I think at some point she would end up like trying to find Connor.
This is not a judgment thing. Like, if you feel like you need some girl time, take some girl time. I'm just asking if you...
Yeah, Connor's having a good time drinking on his own now. Like,
Okay. I do think she would seek out Connor at some point, but probably not before we all become aware of the nightmare that's happened in the cargo hold.
All right.
So,
Terry, roll a d3. We'll see who you run into first.
Can we cut from where I was to... I think me and Terry would be a very good next part for him.
You're volunteering?
let's roll the dice.
All right, you're making good time with this girl. She is definitely into you. She's asking about your family. You are understanding that her family's pretty well off, and you could marry into pretty substantial business here.
Where is she from?
New York.
Okay.
High society.
Does she have any sisters or friends on board?
Let's see. She has some friends. Apparently this is a school trip. she doesn't know Phyllis from anywhere else, but Phyllis has made herself known to all the young people on board because she likes to play matchmaker.
Of course. Is there gonna be like a ball or swing event happening tonight, or maybe sometime soon?
Not tonight, but now that you said it, yes, there is.
Tell you what. Is your friend looking by chance?
She pouts a little bit. She says, "Why do you want to know what my friend's going to do?"
Because I have a single friend of my own, and I'm sure they would get along perfectly.
Yeah. She smiles at you again. She says, I know some girls who haven't met a charming man yet. If he's anything like you, I'm sure they'll be very happy.
Oh, that poor girl.
That's a good
Of
setup.
course.
That's a really good setup, Travis.
Do you see what I've been trying to plan here?
I am really impressed with that one.
I've been plotting something from the start of this game, or this session. I won't lie.
That could be when James comes tearing into the room, followed by, what you see as Lo Mai.
I'm gonna go over and pull him aside. Hey,
No.
No. James is pulling you aside saying, we gotta go now.
What do you mean? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
One of those dragons are on board. We gotta go now.
Don't be ridiculous. Those things are too big.
Cargo
What are you
hold.
talking about, dragons?
I will explain on the way. Where are the others?
Sissy. He's been through a very big event. I'm gonna have to go and help him. I apologize. This is not his normal state. Excuse me. And
no.
like Theodore is gonna just grab.
Again, you think you're grabbing me? I'm grabbing you.
We grab each other and storm out. What are you trying to do? I got us a date.
Not my problem.
It's gonna be your problem when it comes to picking out what we're wearing. We have to match.
Your priorities are on fire.
All right, James, where are you dragging him?
I will ask him while I'm dragging him, where are the others? Do you know where Birdie, Connor, your father are potentially?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. No, I just kind of saw Birdie, and then some old lady said we could, or she knew some single ladies, so I went with her. I kind of lost track of where Birdie went. I'm sorry. Wait, where have you been? You've been in the cargo hold? Why are you in the car? Oh, yeah, but the dragon is. Okay.
Not important.
He says, I don't think we're supposed to go to the cargo hold.
We would have... I would have left her.
Oh, no. You left. She left with you.
So I'll turn around like...
I'm going to look to both of them and say, here's an idea. Knowing your father and knowing Connor, go to the bar and see if they might be there. I
feel called out.
I'm going to go and turn over and say, we need to find the doctor.
Sissy.
Theodore, make a psychology roll.
Oh, good. You're messing this all up for me right now, brother. Brother.
Okay, you have seen this before. James is having an episode.
Oh, that's right. He is actually having an episode. Tell you what. You go find my father and Connor, and I will keep Sissy some company. You've had a rough day. I can see it in your eyes. You're acting a little panicky. Are you sure you're not seeing anything, friend? Just go find them. I'm keeping someone company at the moment. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
No, listen. If your friend is troubled, we can't abandon him.
I try to abandon her now. She's making it.
She's a nice girl.
I will grab him. I'll grab Theodore by the shoulder. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look him in the eye and say, go to the bar, find either Connor or your father. I will not repeat myself.
All right. Okay. Okay. I get it.
I'll look over at Sissy and just...
She'll
take care of her.
When you look over at her, she'll say, "I've never seen a dragon. What do they look like?"
They're big, scary beasts.
Oh, pray that you don't. I will now go and try and find the. I'm trying to remember his name. What was the doctor's name again?
Dr. Sung.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shang Tsung will say, "Master, I can show you his cabin."
Please do.
And he will...
By the way, I'm talking in his language, so they don't know what I said. Other than I'll turn back to them and say, I'm off to go see the doctor.
All right. So you're splitting up again. He will lead you off. It's actually close to your cabin. Like, not like neighbors or like a big coincidence or anything, but you're both in first class. So he's going to lead you up in that direction. Theodore.
Yeah?
James splits. Do you do what he said?
Well, he was very rude in his mannerisms, and, well, from here and to the bar, there's a lot of stops I can make. So, yeah, I'll go.
Okay, but you're not taking... Like, you're taking...
I'm not in a hurry at all.
Okay. Then we'll jump back to James.
I'm putting James in the hot seat.
So James, he leads you to a cabin door. You knock on the door. Lomai opens the door. He looks at you. He turns around and speaks to the doctor, and then Dr. Sung comes to the door.
I'm not gonna speak in in English or anything like that. I'm gonna just continue speaking in their language.
Like, you don't even know you're doing it at this point.
At this point, I don't even know. It just kind of flows right there.
Yeah. So Dr. Sung looks extremely surprised for a moment. He says, "Well, what are you... I see you found one of my other friends."
I'm going to explain what happened in the cargo hold. And I think I know where your book might have gone. Also, I think I know what happened to Chad Peterson. Kind of.
Well, come in. Explain everything.
Oh, no.
I will now explain how I went
he tries to
down
get you
there.
to calm down and sit down in his room, and he makes some tea for you, and he sits down with you, and he says, "Now listen, it looks like you've had quite a shock, so let's take a moment and breathe deeply."
I'll do exactly as he says, but I'm going to go and be very dramatic about it. I'm going to go, all right. First things first, I went to go do some investigating to go and see if I could find anything. While I was investigating, I decided to check out the cargo hold, see if there was anything fishy down there. While I was down there,
tell him the whole story.
Oh yes, 100%. We'll say that, hey, I found some stuff that didn't seem, at least to my knowledge, I didn't think should have been there. Kicked up in a crate. realized I probably shouldn't have kicked it open. Went, apologized. Went to go leave. Heard footsteps. Went, hid behind the vehicle because, you know, the normal thing I have to deal with on the daily basis is stuff wanting to try and kill me. Preferably of the demonic variety. Actually, not preferably. Unfortunately, the demonic variety. Preferably, the human variety.
He looks to Shang Tsung and says, Did you threaten this man? Shang Tsung bows and says, No, I've sworn my life to him.
I will get to that point now. As him and his friends were talking, I picked up and could hear what they were saying. Listened to the conversation about how apparently someone was trying to make an offer. He did not want to be a part of that.
Yeah, he's looking sharply at Shang Tsung again, and then he looks at Lo Mai and he says, Did you know anything about this? And Lo Mai remains silent.
I will continue saying, as they were leaving, someone walks in. I go to position myself to get a better look at them. And, wow, what do I know? It was Chad! Except for it wasn't. He didn't seem human. Kind of like his limbs didn't look like they were in the right space or spots. And he would realize and he would readjust himself. And then it would go back to being not in the right spot again.
That is strange. I did meet the young man. I never had the chance to examine him, but I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
I'm trying to remember. Did Birdie mention that there was someone who said that he turned into cockroaches?
Yes, I would have told you guys about that.
I will also mention that if you remember my friend Birdie, she followed up on another person and they told her that when they went to go into the room, that Chad turned into cockroaches.
Yes, I believe she mentioned that the other day, and I couldn't make much sense of it.
Somehow that's connected, because now Chad has gone from being human to cockroaches to something else to now being a snake-like dragon serpent.
Don't we know its actual name?
What's actual name?
The creature?
Yeah, the
No,
not
I don't
like
believe
the
we
name
do.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, calling it a dragon is as appropriate as calling it anything else.
All right.
I will then explain how as soon as it went to go after them, that I went to go out of my hiding spot into a vehicle to try and ram it. Did not work. Decided, hey, just watched 2 people just get bit in half. I'm going to leave and I'm going to try and save one of them. Or the last remaining survivor. Which I will point to the last remaining survivor.
All right. Shang Tsung will confirm your story.
If he wants to explain anything in further detail, he can.
He will correct you on one point. He'll say the man who confronted us, he didn't turn into, and he says a word in his language, and like you get the sense, yeah, this is what they call those things.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything more to you than dragon would, but you just hear what their word and their language is for them. He summoned that. He cast a spell and summoned it when we refused to to betray Dr. Song. And then he, as the young man said, we tried to grab him. He turned into cockroaches and fled out under the door.
Oh. I must have blacked out when that happened. I thought he turned into that creature.
Anyone could make that mistake, Master.
But I think whatever has possessed, I think that's the right way to go and describe it anyways. Yeah, whatever possessed Chad has your book.
Yes, I think you're probably correct.
Right now I have one of my friends gathering the rest so we can try and figure out some kind of a game plan for this.
Well, did you tell them where to meet us? You basically did.
No.
You said you're coming to meet Dr. Sung.
Yeah. Well, I told them that I was coming to meet you.
He'll pull a watch out of his pocket. He'll say, we've been talking for 20, 30 minutes. You'd think they would have thought they'd be here by now. So, what's his face? Theodore.
Yep.
Do you just go on a date?
A short one. You know, we're gonna take a good 30 minutes to get there. You know, I'm trying to preface the fact that I'm definitely not poor, of course.
Yeah.
But I am. I am, like.
You're not letting on that you're homeless.
Yeah, exactly. that I'm not like a vagabond that travels the world solving these impossible Cthulhu crimes. I'm not mentioning any of that.
Are we just doing Titanic now?
Yeah.
This is by far one of my favorite tables.
I've been adding layers to this thing, all right? Appreciate me.
Theodore is not cute enough to be Jack Dawson, okay?
But
His,
you know,
his appearance is 70. He's pretty cute. So
should be 90.
She is trying to get some information from you about your friend who was clearly troubled. Was he playing a prank? Or should we be looking for help for him?
to be truthful, I think he might be going a little crazy. He's gone through a lot. He sometimes sees things, I think. I fear it.
Well, maybe Betty's not the best match for him. Maybe...
No, please.
But Sarah likes the dangerous types.
He is very dangerous. You didn't hear from me, but he does have a gunshot wound. He's seen some things.
Do you have a gunshot wound?
Why don't we find out later?
She slaps your chest as though she's offended, but she's not really.
We're still in public. I get it.
Christ.
But while he's going on about that, let's say like 45 minutes goes by, and like we wind up at the bar.
Yeah, and at that point she'll tell you, "I'm afraid I can't go in there."
It's all right. A lady shouldn't go into a place like that. kiss on the hand, and then departs. Of course.
With promises of where you'll meet later.
Of course. Yeah.
And immediately
Well,
after
everyone-
saying, ladies shouldn't go in there, you step through the door and you see Birdie, of course, with Connor and Victor.
Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia
I'm bringing
as well.
Virginia to this.
So yeah, no. I assume Birdie got there first. So if you guys want to do something real quick before I just like land.
Do you do anything besides drink and complain?
No, I'm not complaining. I know exactly what that looked like, so I'm just out of their hair now, kind of thing.
Well, when Birdie does show up, do you tell her what happened, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I tell her what
Okay.
happened so we can have a good laugh about it.
And
I'll have
Virginia
to
will
have a
tease you
word
for
with some
being a
of the
dangerous
staff.
man.
I mean, they're doing their job pretty well. If I was a creep, you would have been very grateful.
Honestly, I'd love a chance to punch someone. So,
True. Well, maybe I'll be the creep later then for you.
promise.
Virginia turns a little bit red, but she rolls with it. And yeah, eventually
And I will
you find
introduce the two of them. I know they've probably been introduced before, but I'll reintroduce her to Connor, explain that he's been working for my father for years and years and years, effectively works for me, but I prefer to think of us as friends.
like every boss. We're really family.
Well, we are, though!
Yeah, friends. Yeah, friends. Don't worry about it.
Are you implying that I don't actually care about you?
That is not what I am implying, and you know it.
Virginia is going to attempt to make some conversation with Victor. I don't know if that's possible or not.
Oh, he's not an asshole to people, but he's not a good springboard for a casual conversation.
Yeah.
He's not gonna put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, so you'll have the very awkward, so, how's your son doing?
I feel like saying that Theodore should just walk into the room.
No, he's right over there. Theodore will just casually walk up to everyone and just... So, what's his name? Oh, God. I can't remember.
James?
James, thank you. James said he's seen a dragon in the cargo hold, but I don't think that he actually did. He seems... the man might be breaking down. Alright, guys. He was a little too shooken up. It did not seem normal.
He what now?
He said he's seen one of those dragon things in the cargo hold. He's gonna go talk to the doctor. He was very panicky. I don't know. But he wants us to go meet him there.
He went to talk.
Does James often chase the dragon?
At this point, Connor does hand Birdie his drink.
James doesn't chase the dragon. I'm genuinely the one chasing the dragon.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Not what she meant, but also not inaccurate. I'm going to toss back Connor's drink. We need to find James now.
And yeah, Connor gets up and he's just like, I had a quiet moment. I'm happy. Like, I had a moment to myself.
All right. So, Yins can get back together.
You know, an hour later.
Mm-hmm.
Do I just hear them knock on the door and
Yep. And Lomai goes and answers it. And
I'm
lets them
gonna
all in.
get up and I'm gonna be also running up to the door and say, "Guys, you're finally here!"
I would have
Theodore, you didn't
prefaced
go
a
there right
lot.
away, did you?
I would have prefaced a lot during this journey that James might be going crazy. So no, I was with someone. I try to ditch
What
them, but then
told
you
you
just
to
kind of went a
find-
little crazy, friend. Are you okay? We're all here for you. What's bugging
Why
you?
are you, Connor? Why are you downplaying the fact that he saw something when we've all seen things?
It's too
Theodore?
big to fit in a boat this size.
Theodore?
I heard.
How would
oh,
it get
Later, I'm
in?
gonna go and
How
tell
would
you.
it get in?
You
Connor's
are
just very-
trying to apply normal logic
I
to
heard-
these things.
I heard a church organ here. Okay.
I'm going to
we are
look at them
all
and say,
hearing
"Guys,
and seeing things.
guys, we have seats. Sit the fuck down."
You guys are just too much right now.
James is
I
not
love
being
this.
nice about this at all. He's not being
Connor's-
polite. He's telling them.
Connor-
I feel
Connor
like he
laughs
actually
and
went
takes
and
a
said.
seat.
I think he went and would have decided to actually use something that he learned from Connor and would have speaked in Irish and told them to sit down.
Oh,
Well,
before I sit
unfortunately
down-
for
in
him,
Irish.
unfortunately for him, I don't know a lick of Irish.
Oh, it's all right, but Connor does. I'm gonna make sure I use the worst one to tell them to sit down.
Connor is
before I sit
grinning
down-
and laughing, and he just
before I
pats
sit
her on the
down-
shoulder and says, "It just means sit down. Go ahead, take a seat."
Before I sit down, James, your date with Patricia isn't gonna happen. It's Elizabeth now. Remember that for later. It might be important.
Cool,
Why
cool,
are
cool.
Theodore,
Don't
we'll sit
care,
down.
don't care, don't care,
Why
don't
are
care.
you
Sit
setting
down.
up
Sit down.
Dates.
Do I got a story to tell you guys?
I think that's a good place to wrap it up. I've added so much chaos to this, and I enjoyed it.
Just so much of us just yelling at each other, and Connor's just sitting back grinning like an asshole.
Well, we can fast forward to the end of everybody catching up on what the story is so far.
Okay.
What do you do then? Because Virginia's sitting there looking very surprised that the rest of you are all taking this seriously.
You know what? During the middle of this, some trivial object like a pen or something like across the table, and I'm just gonna like have it come to me and just like write down some notes about this.
You're
And,
going to show off that you are magic.
Yeah. Everyone knows at this point. I try to keep it hidden.
I'm going to offer Virginia the flask.
She ignores it, and when you get to the part about Chad, she gets to her feet.
See,
That wasn't a
normally
great move.
James would try to calm her down and have her sit back down, but James isn't going to do that. He doesn't care.
She listens to the end of your story, and then she says, "Which way did he go?"
That's the neat part. I don't know.
I know I'm not playing Victor right now, but is it okay to make a Cthulhu Mythos roll to see if anything makes
I can
sense?
take that.
Sure, go for it.
I will take that for you. I am one of the highest rolls for that.
Victor has the highest. I can tell
I
you
said
that.
I'm
with
one of the
certainty.
highest.
Well, we can both make rolls. Let's do it, brother. Let's do it. I've never passed a single one of these.
83? Okay. I know nothing. I think
Sorry,
I'm
we
not
got a
paying
19.
attention to the Cthulhu part of this. I'm
What
paying attention
what does
to...
Victor know? Since he tamed one of these dragons before.
No, I was more so focused on the fact that what happened to the dude, but any information works.
Do you think back to your time in Peru?
Mm-hmm.
When there was a creature that was the father of worms, and he could possess people by putting worms inside of them. And you start thinking about how you studied that for some years after. And
I still have the little container.
Yeah. You have read of one type of creature that's called it has a lot of different names, but one of them is a crawling one. And you're not sure whether it really is a massive insect that have some level of intelligence as a whole, or if that's just what it looks like. That's the closest thing you can make sense of when you see it.
Of course,
That's what makes
this
the
will
most
be.
sense to you.
One question about these things. Do they eat people?
Yeah.
And when they eat people, do they just leave their clothes behind?
You don't know if that is a particular feature of this creature, but you have heard of spells that involve consuming a person and being able to wear their likeness afterward.
I assume that doesn't leave the participant alive much after.
Well, you got eaten.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna bring that up with Virginia in the room because obviously she's gonna have her hopes up right now, and I'm not just gonna destroy that.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Just because, I want James to also be able to roll this. Can I roll psychology to see if James knows that Victor knows something?
Sure.
Do it.
Sure you can.
Do it.
You played poker with him, and you've never.
He's got that face. I can't tell.
You
That
don't
dead
know his
face.
poker tell, so yeah, you can't figure it out. You could spend 2 points, but it'll take you below 30 luck.
No, thank
Do
you.
it. Do it. The reason why we need to spend it is because then we get reasons to get more.
Yeah.
Who wants
It's
to
just
live
a few.
forever?
It's just a few. Call me out on it. Make me put a spot on me so I have to tell Virginia that her husband's just dead.
Oh, no. I was gonna say, something, and then I was gonna just walk over there and say, tell me.
All right, I'm gonna switch to Victor for the rest of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend that 2 luck.
Okay.
I'm gonna call you out saying you know something, and then I'm gonna walk up to you and I'm gonna. Actually, I'm not even call you out. I'm gonna go and see that you know something. I'm gonna walk up to you and say, "Tell me. Come on, I'm ready to hear it. Tell me.
Son,
You know something."
Son, calm down. You're
I
acting
am
a little
calm.
reckless.
Tell me.
You're not calm at all.
Yeah, Theodore's gonna say, he's not your son.
Thank you.
Come on, tell me. I promise I won't share it with anyone. Just tell me.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody is looking at the two of you.
Either you tell me or you tell everyone.
Kid, you're either gonna settle down or I'm not gonna say anything.
You're younger than him.
No, this is Victor.
Oh, this is Victor. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to clarify that because
All right. Is there an open spot right next to Victor?
No, but you can push your way in.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Who's all next to Victor right now?
Let's assume you shove yourself between Birdie and Victor.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Tell you what. After I tell you this, you're gonna go to your room for a little bit and just simmer down. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will reveal the information about these insects, but I'm not gonna reveal the information that her husband might be dead. I'm not gonna just spill the beans on that. Probably is.
Virginia is going to say, if we're taking this seriously, if you're telling me you think any part of this could be true, we need to go take a look. And Dr. Sung is going to say, I'm afraid I have to agree. If there really is one of those horrors down there, the crew's not prepared to deal with that.
At all.
Trust me.
Kana?
No one's
What-
prepared to deal with it.
Kana, what do you say about accompanying me and Virginia down into the cargo hold?
I think we're all gonna be going there.
Oh
think
boy, I
Joey's
gotta go
reading.
down there with you guys?
No, you're gonna need to simmer down.
No. You just said we all
No.
get to go down there.
You said that
But-
you agreed to my terms. You need
Before
to.
that, let's get us some very flammable alcohol and some rags.
Virginia's going to say, we're on a ship.
We are on a ship, but I do not want to die before the ship does.
It sounds like you're plotting to set fire to the ship.
Set fire to something on the ship. If we can smother the flames afterwards.
I have an idea.
She
If-
stands
will-
up and she starts marching
on.
out the door.
James is gonna before
Virginia,
she does it.
please.
James is gonna go and make a statement saying, "How well did that work out for you last time, Connor?"
Oh.
It didn't. Connor says as he walks out to follow Virginia.
Yeah, Birdie's also following Virginia.
All right, there's something from my cabin I need to go collect.
I will,
I might have a way to deal with this thing. It's
Well,
gonna
then just-
cost me.
I guess we'll get the others and say, "I guess I'll just wait here for you guys."
I'm sorry.
I like
Theodore,
it,
or
James. He's
Victor?
great.
Victor's just gonna grab James. You're just gonna stay with me, kid. You're going a little too off the rails.
Nuh-uh.
He just
I don't know what you're
not
talking
argue.
about.
If there's
And
one
I
of
never
argue
understood
with you.
why we had to go and follow these social rules. It's so much more relaxing and freeing, not having to go and listen and think about
kid, it's
what
because
my
we
actions.
kid, it's because we live in a society, all right? Now come on.
Ah!
Okay, so we will pick up next week with Yin's heading down to the hold and find out what you might find there.
Without weapons, going towards a thick place where there's a monster.
I'm gonna collect some stuff.
I mean,
I might
think
have an
that's
idea
what-
how to deal with this. It might not turn out to be pretty, but it's an idea.
I have a pocket knife. That's about it.
I got something better than a pocket knife. I got my mind. That's all I'm gonna
So
say.
we're doomed.
I mean, some of the crew do have guns,
Actually,
and you know where there are shotguns. So it's up to you what you want to do.
I will promise Victor that I will stay in my room, or at least I will stay up on the upper decks, and I will.
No,
not
it's
fall.
too late. You're coming with me.
No.
No,
Because
you're
I have
staying with
something.
me.
I have something in plan that I want James to do while he's in this state.
I'm sorry, but I don't think you understand. You're off the rails. You say that there's
No. I have a
threat.
date. You understand this?
He does have a date. He does have a date.
All right, are we doing a split the party thing next week where two of you are on a date and everybody else is fighting the dragon?
No. Just James is on this date. At least what
Oh
he
my
thinks is a
God.
date.
I think we should cut from here and figure out what's happening next.
Yeah, that works for me.
Oh my
yeah.
God, I love that idea.
We have created so much tension from nowhere.
I love it. Good work, guys.
We got some
Great.
dates going on. We got a monster in the brig.
Yeah, good work tonight.
I'm gonna
everybody.
pop something. I'm gonna try it out. I don't think it's gonna help at all, but it's gonna be fun.
We are just embracing the chaos.
So, question, Andrew.
Yeah.
Trying to do things without knowing the proper spells to such things. That's just a straight Cthulhu mythos roll, right?
Yeah. Depending on what you're trying to accomplish.
Can we've tried it, or I've been able to roll it before to banish things.
Yeah, I will make you follow the actual banishment rules now, because I've looked them up, and you will have to beat it in a roll of POW as well as spending a whole bunch of your
Magic.
magic and possibly POW as well, depending on what you're banishing.
Okay.
These are creatures beyond mortal understanding. They're not easy to just tell them to go away.
Listen, that's what drugs are for, right? I'm gonna get an extra D10. I'm gonna get an advantage on this.
Nice.
I've thought about it already, and now I'm doing it.
Remember,
might
you
go a
also
little
have
crazy.
those crosses, or not the crosses.
The scepter.
The scepters, yeah.
This is why I take souvenirs.
Well, let's actually use them, since we used them only once and it was useless for that one time we used it.
Guys, let's gather up all our loot.
Oh god.
I still have that sacrificial dagger too, right?
Yeah. But if I
Okay.
remember correctly, that's just a dagger. Like, you can still stab somebody with it, but...
Okay. Got my hopes up with that.
I'll have to look at it again to be sure.
I'm not saying I would sacrifice people, but I lost a bit of POW, and it seems a little tempting.
There are a lot of people on this ship, and if one of them has to die to save the rest...
That definitely sounds like something Victor would do.
Yeah, no.
Listen, you don't understand. It's for the greater good. You have to die to save the rest.
No. We're not gonna sacrifice innocent people. No, we got cultists for that. We have the bad people, so we stay in the moral clear. But my sin, is still a sin. Can't tell you much. I'm still doing something bad here.
All right, folks, we ready to jump off the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.